Welcome, beauties and delicious spirits. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this, the Edible Spirit Experience live new moon transmission. So good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a part of the Edible Spirit Experience, the subscription service from Edible Spirit and ediblespirits.com. That is our magical, mystical lifestyle brand experience, in which we assert directly that everyone we work with is a powerful healer with profound intuitive gifts and natural superpowers that are actually yours, which are within you, begging to be unlocked if they're not unlocked already. And everything we offer at Edible Spirit is a way of making these crazy fucking things accessible, digestible, and functional, useful, easy to work with, so that the other side doesn't stay over there, so that we pull it into this life, so that we bring the spirit into the day-to-day, the spirit into the edible into the spirit. So part of the experience is this, the new moon transmission. 2 weeks from now, we'll also have a full moon transmission. We just released the channeling experience. Next week, we're going to have a call-in experience where subscribers can call in to get free readings on the air. There's also ritual, spring equinox, fall equinox, winter and summer solstice ritual for you to participate in and for us to participate in as a group. We offer this new moon transmission every month to the public so that you all can get a taste of what we are doing over here at the Edible Spirit Experience, aside from offering you deliciousness as best we can. So the way that this works is that it's a new moon. New moon's in Taurus at 6:45 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday the 4th. That would be tomorrow. New moon ritual like this, new moon gathering, is done. Oh, that's what we were going to say. So one of the ways that we help you to get connected to the powers within you is to help you synchronize your day-to-day life with the larger cycles of time. That's one of the reasons why we do the new moon and full moon transmissions, as well as the equinox and solstice transmissions, so that we at least get these digital moments to all check in and be together and do ritual and sync up with what's actually going on in our lives, in our bodies, in the universe, as opposed to what we think is going on or what we feel is going on. That's going to come back a lot today as we get into this, further into this transmission, because we're in Taurus season now. Okay, cool. So we're moving on. So if you've worked with us before, you know that once the mojo flows, it flows and it don't stop until it's done. So spirit is moving. The way we do this transmission is we give you a channeled astro update, an intuitive astro update. This is astrology. This is astrology for, not what ails you, but astrology that is trying to not be needlessly blah, blah, blah. Trying to make it accessible, Edible Spirit. So intuitive astro update followed by tarot readings for all of the signs and all of the elements. And then after that, we'll dive into suggestions for ritual that help you to kind of take the info from the tarot readings, take the info from the astrology stuff, and actually anchor it in your body. We'll explain a little more as we keep going. The fun thing about the astrological update is we don't really look at it until now. We pull the chart up and then we process it with you as spirit's moving. And then when we do the tarot readings, we do them through the elements of earth, air, water, fire, and ether, which is also how we do our weekly reading series. So you go to the link in the Instagram bio and check out the link tree about the Edible Spirit Experience. You get all of the details about everything that's on offer as part of the subscription. That's the last we're going to talk about it. We're going to dive into the astro update. Okay, so the first thing that shows up is actually this big opposition between Jupiter and Mars. Jupiter in Sagittarius, Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius, expanding, growing, changing. Damn, you guys, we got all of these planets in retrograde. So that's important to remember. Pluto's in retrograde, Saturn's in retrograde, Jupiter's in retrograde. Pluto and Saturn are in Capricorn. So, we're learning intense lessons about what's changed and what hasn't changed in society, in traditions, in the patriarchy, in things as they seem to be unfolding, and things as they've kind of always unfolded. Pluto is causing us to sort of look at our growth and look at how we've changed, look at how we've evolved, and to look at how we haven't. And Saturn seems to be compelling us to go back and like rethink how we got here and take responsibility for this moment that we are in. Additionally, Jupiter is opposite Mars. So this is telling us, Jupiter is opposite Mars. This is telling us that there's, that we're looking at how we're being compelled to look at how we've grown, how we've moved forward, right? What we want, what's driving us, and to look at where our sort of natural urge for progress is at odds with how we're actually growing or what actually wants to grow. So Mars being the planet of drive and desire and ambition and go get them, and Jupiter being the planet of growth. Jupiter in retrograde is like, wait, how are we growing? What is growth? What does it mean to grow? And so it's almost like that Jupiter retrograde energy is getting us to consider maybe more sustainable methods of growth as opposed to forward, go, get them. But all of this, you guys, is unfolding. There's so much more stuff going on, but all of this is unfolding with the sun in Taurus and the new moon in Taurus. So for those of you that don't know, new moon is when the sun and the moon are in the same line in the sky relative to the earth. Right now they're in the in the sign of Taurus. The sun has been in Taurus for a couple weeks right now, since around the 19th, 20th of April, and will continue to be in there for another couple weeks. Yes, because we just got through Beltane, right? May 1st was the May Day, right? An abundance of fertility festival. The maypole comes from May Day, right? Everybody twining around each other. But this brings us to the main meat of this, which has been coming up in the Elements of Spirit, the weekly readings that we bring to subscribers every Wednesday. Taurus is all about earth, right? In terms of the elements, Taurus is earth. And Taurus is mutable earth, I believe. No, cardinal, fixed. Oh, fixed earth. Fixed earth, right? Is Taurus fixed earth? I think so. It's funny. That's how you know I'm not an astrologer. It's Taurus fixed earth. Taurus, yes. So cool. Taurus is fixed earth. So what this means is that Taurus as an earth sign has a condensing effect, a concentrating effect, a bringing it down to earth, manifesting effect, crystallizing effect. Yes, it creates abundance. There's abundance inherent in it, but not because of its multiplying effect, simply because it makes manifest whatever is kind of, it takes the energy of Aries and brings it into the form of Taurus. So it takes whatever's out there going on and condenses it down and causes it to sort of drop. So it's what takes stuff out of the energy aspect of Aries and into the tangible aspect of Taurus. It goes from the energy into the form, right? So form, sensation, right? Venus rules Taurus. So form, sensation, sensuality, magnetism, attraction, enjoyment is something that's associated with Taurus too. So when the sun moves into Taurus, that's the big effect that we get all through this month of Taurus that we can all sort of share and agree on. Now is a time when the fruit kind of drops, and the way we've been talking about it this week is we're dealing with the consequences of embodiment, the consequences of matter, the consequences of materialization. Hi guys, the consequences of things, right? Also associated with Taurus, matter, stuff, things, worth, value, belongings, tangibility, like juice, cakes, right? Fruit. Taurus, 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 Taurus. And the idea would be, hi guys. The idea would be that when the sun is in Taurus, everything wants to take on that coalescing, crystallizing, juicy, meaty, sensuous, eat all the fruit quality. And that lasts for the whole month. The moon is only in Taurus for a couple days, but when the moon and the sun are in the same line in the sky, that's the new moon. It basically means that the earth is blocking out the sun's rays for a moment, so we don't see the sun reflected in the moon. So we get a new moon opportunity to reset our clocks, to reset our cycles, to program our spirits, our souls, our hearts in the direction of whatever this new moon is about. So, new moon. No, you didn't miss Sagittarius, honey. Not at all. So new moon is when we get a pause in the sky, when the earth blocks the rays of the sun, pauses the energy for just a moment, and gives us a chance to sort of meet in that still point, in that 0 point, in that center point, in that place of quiet, in that place of peace. Be like, what's this about again? New moon in Taurus? Oh, okay. What kind of ritual can I do? What kind of intentions can I set to last me for the next month until we get to the next new moon, which would be in Gemini, or more specifically, over the course of the next 2 weeks. So that's how you always want to try to work with new moon, full moon cycle. Eclipses last a little bit longer. New moons and full moons run in 2-week cycles, because 28-day cycle of a moon, new moon to new moon, with the midpoint being the full moon in the middle. That's when we get the full reflection of the sun's rays off of the surface of the moon. The next full moon will be in Scorpio. Scorpio sun. So the theory is that now is the time to program your hearts and souls intentionally with the magic and the mojo of the Taurus new moon. New moon rituals are best done 3 days in advance or after the new moon, always aiming for exactitude. You can do a full moon ritual when the moon is full and exact during the day. It's a little more fun to do it at night when you can see the whole thing. New moon you can do, tonight if you want. You probably won't see much moon in the sky, but it'll be just as potent tomorrow night. Again, new moon in Taurus is 6:45 Eastern time on Saturday the 4th, 3:45 p.m. Pacific. So what are we aligning our souls with? What is the intention about? The main thing we're trying to say here is that now the moon, the planet of your emotions, how you're feeling, what your personal, individual, emotional experience is like, is lining up with the sun, where you get your power from. And so in this case, it's saying to set the intention to draw your power from embodiment, to draw your power from where you are, things as they are, the earth, the tangible stuff, the juicy stuff, the stuff that feels good, the stuff that tastes good, the stuff that maybe doesn't taste good but is good for you. Sensuality, sensuousness, care, physicality, embodiment, as opposed to the mind, the feelings, right? To draw your power from things as they are, as opposed to how they feel, how you want them to be, or how you think they are. It just really is a moment now to be embodied and to be, sure, feeling what you're feeling, thinking what you're thinking, but from the point of view of your body. We've been feeling the last couple days like we're repeating this and like it's boring for you guys, but then we realized that everybody's like, no, I actually needed to hear that. So just remembering that, what does that mean? It's like you can feel your feelings to the point that you start drowning in your feelings and you forget that you have a life or a body. You can be so stuck in your head that you end up rallying your body and your emotions in the direction of, like, let's say, proving yourself to an ex, right? Or proving yourself to a boss or a superior or a colleague or something. Proving yourself, right? I have to prove myself is the thought. And now all of a sudden, all of my emotions and my entire body get rallied behind this idea of proving myself. as opposed to being like, I think I need to prove myself because I feel inadequate. And if I can let those feelings of inadequacy and the need to prove myself land in my body, and then be like, how does this feel? This is dumb. This feels terrible. Why would I want to prove myself to that asshole? But it's like, if you're too stuck in your head, you end up rallying everything based on some idea as opposed to actually checking in with the body. And remember, the gurus, the yogis, the masters will say, get away from desire. Desire is bad. In our practice, desire provides useful information, feelings, sensations, things in the body. The yogis didn't have devices, so they probably needed to spend a lot more time detaching from the body and getting to the other side. If you roll over and pick up your phone and start scrolling right when you wake up, you're taking your consciousness, putting it into your phone, not into your body. Weird, right? And that can cause you to get really stuck in your head. So all of this is to say, based on just this little juicy intuitive astro update, it's very fucking dusty in LA right now. Oh, all of this is to say, slow down. Slow down. Probably there's none of us on earth who don't need to be more in our bodies right now. Oh, well, maybe if you're meditating in the middle of the woods, oh no, maybe you're popped out. So, the body gets a bad rap, right? We judge it. We say all these things to it. We do all these things to it, but it's a home, and it's a place that provides a lot of useful information about what your tendencies are, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. We always say, service is very important, and to do things with your body that help others. But if you get too stuck in your head, then you're going to end up doing stuff to help others that seems like a good idea because you saw someone else doing it, or because it feels like it'll work, as opposed to asking yourself from within your own body, what feels good? This is fucked up. Maybe it's this too. Oh. We wanted to come outside and do this today outside with you because it's Taurus season. Oh, there's water right there. Hold on. Jesus. I can tell, though, that this is not like water cough. It's like smoggy, dusty cough. Or maybe it's clearing. Okay. So the point is, slowing down. Now, getting into your body, feeling your body, and feeling your feelings, and thinking your thoughts from within your body, as opposed to getting stuck in your feelings, getting stuck in your thoughts, believing that like they are your body, and that you're only going to be happy if you feel good, or you're only going to be happy if you crack this code or solve this thing or figure this out. Taurus season and the new moon in Taurus provides the opportunity to feel present and good and connected in your body now, right? In your body now. So, try doing that. We'll see, this might be part of our ritual later too, but try doing that. And imagine yourself in your head, thinking. And now let yourself be in your heart and breathe into your heart. Feeling. How do I feel? What does it feel like inside of my heart, inside of my feelings? And then you breathe all the way down into your root, into the base of your spine. And imagine light, self, energy extending to the tips of your toes and to the tips of your fingers, to the base of your spine. And you can repeat aloud or inside your mind, I am in my body now. I am in my body now. I am in my body now. Even better. I am in this body now. I am in this body now. I am in this body now. The squirrels are trying to embody each other as we speak, which is cute. Very Taurian, very Taurus season. Fun. Fun. Okay. So here's the thing. Word. Love it. We're going to dive into tarot readings now. As we said, we do this every 2 weeks on the new moon and full moon stream for experienced subscribers, where we but we base it off of the readings that we do every week, which are called the Elements of Spirit, where we give you one reading for the ether and an affirmation. That's for everybody. And then we give you 4 readings for earth, air, water, and fire. Technically, all of them apply to everyone because everybody has some, manifestation of the elements in their chart, because each element has 3 signs connected with it. I'll describe that for you as we go through this, but like water is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is fire, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius are air, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, earth. Okay, so listen for those elements and you'll get your read. And then the way we do the weekly readings is we give you a reading, video reading, and an affirmation, and then you have those affirmations to kind of draw on through the week. Remember, if you like what you're seeing here, go sign up for the Edible Spirit Experience. $10 a month. So chill, so happy, so easy. And we're here. We do all sorts of stuff like this for you all the freaking time because we love you and you're delicious. Okay. So we're going to use I'm in this body now. So growth, embodiment. One of the things that came up in the readings this week was how am I engaging the space that I find myself in, the world, from the space that I find myself in, the body? How is this body engaging the world around me? How is this body going for what it wants? How is this body striving? Personal example is like, there were a bunch of things that I was going for this week that started making my body feel terrible. And I was like, how badly do I want this? Do I want this badly enough to destroy my body in striving for it? No. It would feel better to stop wanting it than it would to keep going for it. Example? See? Makes sense? Good. Okay. We're using the Kamoan Jodorowsky deck today. This is a Marseille-style deck, very numerical, very colorful, very magical. We're going to start with a read for the element of ether. We always ask the question, how best to harness this new moon in Taurus for all of us? Give us some insight into how best to harness the new moon in Taurus. Cards, spirits, guides, masters, angels, aliens, keepers, ascended creatures, beings, devas, nature spirits, animals, lunar petries, everyone, anyone. What will you tell us about how to harness the power of this new moon in Taurus? Exact on Saturday at 6:45. Effectively adored now. 3 of Cups, bitches. So cute. 3 of Cups, feeling very jolly and happy. See the 3 cups? Can you see the 3 cups? Yeah. So the 3 of Cups is a sign of pleasure and enjoyment, and it's water, technically, so it has to do with emotions, but what this says, I mean, in the classic Rider-Waite deck, it's these 3 benches drinking wine together, right? The dancing around in a circle, worshiping, friendship, revelry. It's very Maypole vibes, TBH. It's very Beltane. And it implies an abundance of good feelings. And it says like, drink and be drunken, drink and be merry, and partake of the abundance. It's not just partake of the abundance around you, it's partake of the abundance within you. So what's fun about this is this sets it up for the rest of the cards that we pull to be about how to enjoy myself right now, how to find gentle, yummy, pleasure, how to feel good now in my body. But it's not just, even better. So let's say if it were the Three of Pentacles, it would be about pure embodiment. Three of Cups is about enjoyment of embodiment. So it's not just get in your body, it's be in your body. Dance, eat, drink, and be merry. Feel good. We're projecting a little bit onto this, but the sense here is like slow down enough to enjoy yourself. Earth, fixed earth, Taurus, fixed earth. Coalescing, condensing, slowing down, crystallizing. After Aries, cardinal fire. Expansive, explosive. I am Taurus, right? I am. What is the I am matter, right? I am here or something. I can't remember what the affirmation for Taurus is, but this is saying slow down enough to enjoy the fruits of the vine. Okay. We'll see the rest of them now, because now we're going to go into... I got a little ring-a-ding to shuffle. So this next card will be for air signs. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. How best for you guys to harness the power of this lunation the next 2 weeks of new moon in Taurus. Cut it. One time. Cut it. Kitty, cut it. Roi d'épée. The King of Swords. Okay. King of Swords, King of Swords. Can you see it? King of Swords. So the King of Swords for the air signs of Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius says, got to get your head right. King of Swords says, master the mind, get on top of your thoughts. So what they're saying here is that your desire to see things clearly can at times lead you to seeing things rigidly. Your desire to see things clearly can lead to a one-track mind that causes you to actually see them habitually, see things habitually as opposed to seeing them as they are. So it's almost like, oh, perfect. Thank you, guys. Just saw Flash, wherein these 3 cups, right? These 3 cups turned into 3 swords, right? So the idea is that the King of Swords, looking over their shoulder, might be so conditioned to be effective, to be pointed, to be exacting, that they look around at the abundance that's on offer. They look around at the 3 cups that are available to them, and all they see are the 3 swords, right? Things to fall on, things to compare themselves to, things to make them think too much, right? To let their mind escape them. So it's like one-track mind that jumps the rails because it's on such a one-track mind. Because it's like driving through, wine country, but it's like just trying to get to the desert or something. And it's like it's so focused on getting to the desert that there's no enjoyment of wine country. So the idea here is for you to use this lunation to think clearly and compassionately. Clearly and compassionately. And so what we're saying here is instead of using the mind to see the outcome. Use the mind to know when you're getting ahead of yourself and to back off. So, every once in a while I'll say to you, like, you should probably second guess yourself a little bit. So the idea here is you're going to be in charge of things, right? You're going to be in these next 2 weeks working on seeing things clearly no matter what, right? And this even says to some extent, you're going to use things around you to show you where your head is at. Because if you're looking around and everything seems horrible, it means you haven't mastered your mind. It means you're either stuck in your head or reacting to something and you're not seeing things for what they are, right? I am seeking to appreciate, that's King of Swords, things as they are. Things is Taurus, right? As they are would be new moon. I'm going to program myself to see things as they are for the next 2 weeks. So it's the idea is to use your mind and use your mind a lot, use your mind hard, but not to get ahead of itself. Use your mind to make sure you're not getting ahead of yourself. Use your, friend of mine calls it wise mind, right? Like mindfulness, mindfulness, right? Use your mind to be mindful. Mind is a, wonderful, mind is a terrible master, wonderful slave. That's fucked up. Is that a saying? The idea is if you put your mind to work for you, to be mindful and to not get ahead of yourself, you're going to stand a much better chance of seeing the goodness of the Three of Cups, the enjoyment, the emotional pleasure, the sensuality and sensitivity that's actually on offer. That was fun. Okay. Fire signs. Cool. Fire signs, this is going to be a lot easier than that one. Fire signs is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Fire signs include Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. How best to harness the lunation of the next 2 weeks. It's saying Ace of Pentacles is like what you're asking for or what you've been asking for is on offer. What you've been trying to manifest is dangling, is low-hanging fruit right now. It's like it's being given to you on a silver platter. You don't even have to like get the plow and get the till out. This just says like you got to pick the fruit. Just cut the fruit, snip the apple down, pluck the apple, get the grapes. Because the Ace of Pentacles implies a gift on offer that needs to be moved on. We didn't talk about it a lot, but there's a lot of squares in this new moon chart, and a square has a similar energy to an ace. Never thought of this before, but like a square is tension between two things that needs to be resolved by decisive action. Gift is, an ace in the tarot is a gift that's on offer that will only be received through decisive action. So this almost says like, I'm remembering this from the Elements of Spirit readings. Fire signs known for being expansive, explosive, so much momentum from Aries season, pushing you forward, even shoving you forward. This says that you may be expanding so forcefully or have so much momentum behind you that you keep chasing the 3 cups. You keep chasing the good feelings, keep chasing positive, pleasurable sensation, instead of recognizing that the right thing to do right now is stop and get your fruit, stop and trim it. So just make sure you're not on autopilot these next 2 weeks. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Make sure you're not on autopilot. Make sure you're not just going with momentum. You slowing down in Taurus season to get your 3 cups, to get your pleasure and enjoyment, requires you to slow down and kind of like collect. We sent out a bunch of invoices yesterday. That's a very good example for this. It's like, if you're broke, you could generate new ways of making money, or you could collect all the debts owed to you. Either way, that's Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Anything else about this? It's just sort of saying that like, The evidence is in your action. The evidence that you're looking for will be seen if you take action. Otherwise, you're just going to keep looking for it. And it's almost like the fruit will be dropping behind you, leaving a trail of crumbs, but you're going to be with so much momentum moving on that you don't notice that things have changed and that the forces that you're used to engaging and fighting with might not even be there anymore. Like, all you might have to do is like get your gifts, get what's on offer and enjoy yourself. Weird, right? Water signs. Hey, oh God, thank you. We've been tense these last few days, feeling kind of cornered in by all of this Taurian influence, and then started feeling a lot better when we realized we have to slow down, change our momentum, right? Check ourselves. In the water signs now, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It is the Fool, Lamont. Can you see him? I want you guys to see him. He's fun. There he is. Lamont. He's cool. The Fool. So what I'm getting from this card is that water signs will typically feel their way through everything. It's almost like we go on these like empathic journeys into the future, making decisions based on how we think we'll feel. Ugh, that's not embodiment, right? How do I think I'll feel when I get to that place? It's like, how does thinking about that place feel in my body now? That would be embodiment versus non-embodiment. But the Fool says, get in your body and fuck everything else. Get in your body and go. Leap before you look. Don't wait. Don't slow down. Jump. How does this connect to the Taurian new moon? It sort of says, if not now, then when? It's like, if you keep waiting for the perfect feeling to move, then you will be like the princess and the pea. You'll never sleep. You'll be so uncomfortable. It's saying that the watery tendencies to not stagnate, but to sludgify and to get caught up in a vortex of our own emotions. It feels like that's the influence that we're trying to work against right now. The tendency to float or neutral buoyancy, it's called in scuba diving or snorkeling, when you wear enough weight on your belt and enough air in your vest so that you're kind of hanging somewhere between the ground and the surface. It's like we can feel so intently that we don't move, and then we end up stuck in this like limbo land of emotions, waiting to feel something without even knowing what or how or what it is or how we're going to feel it or how we're going to get there. So the Fool here now, Taurus new moon, says, let this be a foundation for your jumping. What if things feel good enough now? Act like things feel good enough now. Embody as though everything feels fine, or embody now as though everything feels good. If you embody now as though everything feels good and even like play dumb and don't listen to, the very carefully considered thoughts that you have or about what's wrong or what's going on, if you just get into your body and jump, the idea is like you jump off of a cliff only to realize it's a dune. There's only like 3 feet under you. And you're like, oh, I'm on firm, solid ground. So another way of saying this is, in order to see how good things are, how good they taste, how much joy and abundance there is on offer, try not to stagnate, try not to hesitate, try not to swirl, try to get in your body and leap. Try to be present now. Ask what seems like the next best step and then take it. Ask what seems like the next best leap and then leap it. Before the end of this month, we are hopping in a car and leaving LA indefinitely, right? Not to say we won't return, not to say we won't land somewhere else, but there's no plan for a flagship. We are stepping into a current and going with the wind or the water, the flow, as it would be. And this card, I mean, just personally, is reminding me to do that, and that's exactly right. And that jumping into the flow will make the appreciation of what is, of the things that are, of matters as they are, much easier than if we try to figure out what will feel best or when to jump or how to jump. Or it's like get in the body and then go. Okay? Don't wait. Or said another way, slow down, get embodied to leap before you look, quicken the pace, and realize that it's actually a lot more manageable than you thought. It's much more manageable than you could have thought it was. Okay. Finally, the Earth children of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Love it. 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is, I'm focusing on the connection between the 3 of Cups in the ether and the 6 of Cups in your Earth placement. There's a relationship here where it's almost like if you can enjoy the good stuff that's on offer now, you'll somehow be, no matter what, you'll somehow be giving a gift to your younger self or to your inner child by allowing yourself to luxuriate, enjoy, flow with what is. You actually recognize how far you've come, how much you've grown, how good you feel, where you are now, not where you think you need to be. So it's almost like if you can let yourself enjoy the smaller things, you'll be able to really, with perspective, appreciate the bigger things and congratulate yourself for enjoying the bigger things. And this did actually come up in the Elements of Spirit this week. It's almost like if you can let yourself enjoy things like your inner child, or let yourself enjoy things innocently, maybe you won't have to take so many actions to enjoy yourself. Maybe it'll be like really fulfilling enjoyment. And then you'll be able to be proud of how responsible you are, how much you've taken care of yourself, and how you've gotten this far. So it's like if you can let yourself be a little more innocent, give yourself the gift of innocently enjoying things as they are, it will actually make you feel way more responsible. As opposed to what happens is you can try to become responsible enough so that your inner child feels taken care of. For you guys right now, it's about being innocent enough so that your inner parent feels accomplished. And the ideal way of saying this is to be innocent enough, to enjoy yourself enough, to enjoy things as they are enough now so that you can honor the relationship between your inner child and your inner parent and let them sort of be grateful for each other and grateful for how far you've come. But the word of the day is enjoyment, luxuriating, fun, pleasure, embodiment, good feelings, all of that. Those are your readings. We're being pulled in the direction of our ritual. Okay. So this is interesting. I am in this body now. Okay, I'm writing this down. Okay, so what we've been doing is we used to just give you these suggestions and then ask you to do the ritual on your own. Sit with us for a second because we're channeling the mojo from the ritual, seeing very specific stuff that we're going to do here, and then we'll do the little ritual with you. You can also always pause and, whatever, do this whenever you want. That's one of the main reasons that we do this Edible Spirit Experience business, is to give you guys, to give you what we always wanted, which was a way of knowing when to check in, how best to check in, and how to be able to do the least with the most results, right? It's all about alignment. It's not actually about manifestation purely, you guys, because if you feel well, if you feel good, then what you need manifests in abundance. It's also helpful to remember that asking for things for yourself exclusively is low-key black magic. Asking for things so that you can give more is not black magic, because you're focusing the intention on what it is that you want to give as opposed to what it is that you need to receive. So if you focus on what to give, then you can ask for whatever you need. If you're asking for what you want, how do we know you're going to give it forward, right? We don't know. Selflessness, white magic. Selfishness, black magic. Full tea. No shade. Right? It's powerful stuff, no matter how you use it. And it's all magic. Okay. Okay, almost received. Only if in the highest good, that's not quiche. Good of all involved. Okay. Fun. Now it's going to get crazy. No, just kidding. So what we like to do, we actually came outside for now begins the ritual portion of our gathering. We came outside because it's Taurus season and we wanted to be on the earth, in the earth, magnetizing things, radiating things, feeling abundance. We brought our candle out here and we brought our incense out here, air element, fire element. We have water and flowers inside for water and earth. We set those up along the compass points with crystals in the middle. What you can do, if you want to do this though, is close your eyes for a moment, bring your hands to your heart center, visualize a delicious grounding cord coming out of the bottom of your butt, extending all the way down through the earth and into the center of the earth, or just feel your butt on the seat upon which you're sitting. Rock it, feel the weight of it, let it melt way, 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 way down. Or visualize yourself sitting on the earth as a globe, la 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 la, you know. Or if you don't like visualizing, ask Mother Earth to ground you fully and completely now. And then calling upon all of the elements, the guardians of the earth before me, the guardians of fire behind me, the guardians of air on my right, the guardians of water on my left, spirits, guardians, masters of the elements, please join this sacred circle and support this sacred space. Mother Earth, ground us and nurture us. Sky beings, light beings, interdimensional, extra-dimensional, intergalactic, extragalactic beings. Please illuminate this space, infuse it with your light. And then beautiful, beautiful spirits, bow your head to your heart, feeling the energy in front of you, behind you, on your right and on your left, above you and below you, squeezing in towards the center of your heart, bowing to the heart that is shared by all beings, all life. Feeling your energy protected deliciously, setting the intention that on our next shared inhale and exhale together, whatever is not needed will come up inside of this space in the form of gray smoke or viscous, stanky liquid material. And on the next exhale, it will be cleared and released. And we'll do that a few times, breathing in, calling up whatever isn't needed. Everything's coming out of my heart, chest, lungs, belly, breathing it out into the earth, into the mother, who will recycle it and send it to whoever needs it most. Breathing in and out. Once more. Great. Setting the intention to open this sacred space in the name of the new moon in Taurus. This is a ritual to honor the new moon in Taurus. Yes, 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 yes. Here's how we start the ritual to honor the new moon in Taurus. Once more, hands at the heart center. Feeling light above your head, filling your head. So your head is full of light. Feeling that light trickle down and fill the heart. Feeling that light trickle all the way down and fill the butt and pelvis. And now feeling those three areas of light in the pelvis, in the heart, and in the head, expanding through the whole body, saturating the whole body with light. Hands at the heart center and repeating, I am in this body now. I am in this body now. I am fully in this body now. Feel that for a moment. Breathe. Now, from this space, you can rest your hands on your lap, on your palms. And I'm going to ask you to imagine a gift that you want to give yourself. If you need to draw it or write it down because you don't like visualizations, you can. Just know that you're then going to have to burn that paper. So imagine a gift that you want to give yourself and how you want it to make you feel. I'm giving myself flowers, big purple and pink, beautiful flowers. They're coming at me. And imagine receiving your gift, taking it, opening your heart, opening like a door on your heart and putting that gift inside, smashing it in, closing that door and feeling the gift that you've just given yourself inside of yourself. Wow. And now imagine another gift that you want to give yourself and how that would make you feel. Funny. Okay. So money and recognition is written on the side of this bag. I'm being very honest about what I'm seeing here. I don't even necessarily want to give myself that gift, but there it is. Right? Okay, so money and recognition. How would it make me feel? Apparently very giggly. First, it was a bag that said all the money in the world. And then I was like, you guys, come on. I don't really want that. Don't really need that. So, imagine that gift. Imagine giving it to yourself, receiving it, embracing it, opening your heart, magically putting it inside, closing the door on your heart, and now feeling gift number 1 and gift number 2 inside of your beautiful, beautiful heart. I don't want these to blow away. One more gift for yourself, from yourself. If you give yourself anything in the whole wide world, what would you give yourself? Okay, you guys, I promise I'm not trying to be cheesy right now, but I see a heart, and on it says, perfect love for all humanity. That would make me feel great. And so receive that gift. Open the door of your heart. Place it inside. Close the door of your heart. Feel those 3 gifts inside of yourself. How does it make you feel? Again, like I said, if you don't like visualizing, you can make notes, but don't struggle with this, you guys. Enjoy it. Put it in your heart. Feel all of those things inside. Point is, though, is if you are drawing it on paper, writing it down, you're going to want to burn that and responsibly discard the ashes. But now, holding the heart and holding those gifts in the heart, you're going to say aloud the following. May the giving and receiving of these gifts magnify my sense of worth. May the giving and receiving of these gifts magnify my sense of worth. May the giving and receiving of these gifts magnify my sense of worth. You can let that go. Good work. If you like, you can pause it and burn your thing now just to let it go and know that it's been received. You can also do that at the end. Now, I want you to imagine someone that you love and a gift that you'd like to give them. Or maybe someone that you fucking hate and a gift that you'd like to give them. First, someone that you love and a gift you'd like to give them. Now I'm sending money, recognition, and accolades to one of my besties because they deserve it for all of their hard work and all of their grace. And watch them. Okay, so you never really want to visualize doing something to someone because that is also black magic because it's a violation of the free will. One of the things that we wrote here, and which I'm going to ask you to do in just a moment, is to use the disclaimer. Let all of this be done in the highest good of all involved with harm to none, right? In no violation of any free will, of any plan, of any choice, of any karma. Let all of this be done. And if it violates any of this, let it not be received. Let it be returned to the earth. Let it be returned to the ethers. So you're giving yourself a little energetic disclaimer. The difference is that you never want to force something on someone, because that's a violation of the free will. But if you're wishing something for them, praying for them, offering them a gift, that's really not that bad. But if you're worried about it, just extra disclaimer that if this is not, for some reason, if receiving this is not in their highest good, let it not be received. Let it be returned to the earth. So now imagining friend of yours, loved one of yours, someone in your life that you, or someone not in your life that you love or that you don't love, sending them that gift, them opening their heart door. Look at their face. How do you feel they are receiving this as they put this gift inside of their heart? I'm seeing my friend say thank you, and I'm saying you are very welcome. You deserve every drop of this. You deserve every ounce of this. You've earned it. You've worked for it. You're worth all of this and so much more, so much infinitely more. You're so priceless. Okay. Whew. New gift, new friend, new loved one. You can do this with more than 3. Sending emotional peace, physical ease to someone else. What does that look like? I'm seeing that as a beautiful blanket charged with healing intentions, calming intentions, peaceful intentions, emotionally soothing intentions. And I'm sending that to person number 2, watching them wrap themselves in this cloak, in this blanket, seeing them open their heart and stuff the blanket in, that symbol of the intention, stuffing it into their heart, closing that door. Let this be done in the highest good of all, involved with harm to none. And then one more gift. Ooh, no. Is it over? Oh, you guys. So lame. Must have been streaming for too long, but I think I lost some of you. Oh my gosh, all the batteries are about to die and we're in the middle of it. Okay, so do one more gift. One more gift to your beloved. To a beloved. Clarity, sight, perspective. I'm seeing it in the shape of an eye. Going to my beloved. Watching them open their heart, receive it, close the heart. For those of you that missed this on Instagram, if it went dark for you, I think it did, go check EdibleSpirit.com/live. Okay, you're going to have it posted there after this reading. Okay, I mean, after we're done with this ritual. Okay. So 3 gifts for the self, 3 gifts for someone else. And then you're going to say, let these gifts be received in the highest good of all involved with harm to none. Let this giving and receiving of gifts affirm the perfect harmony of matter and the infinite abundance of life on earth, right? Let this giving and receiving of gifts affirm the perfect harmony of matter and the infinite abundance of life on earth. Okay, hold on. Phew. Okay, so everything almost just died. If you guys got cut off, you'll be able to see this whole ritual at EdibleSpirit.com/live. After we're done, it'll be posted. Okay. Giving and receiving of stuff. Sorry about that. Of things. And then we're going to claim it and we're going to declare it. So feeling yourself grounded, protected, centered, hands at the heart center. Let this giving and receiving of gifts affirm the perfect harmony of matter and the infinite abundance of life on earth. Let this giving and receiving of gifts affirm the perfect harmony of matter and the infinite abundance of life on earth. Let this giving and receiving of gifts affirm the perfect harmony of matter and the infinite abundance of life on earth. Let this working clear the space of life of unnecessary thoughts and feelings. Let this working clear the space of life of unnecessary thoughts and feelings. Let this working clear the space of my life of all unnecessary thoughts and feelings. Let this working magnify the embodied engagement of things as they are. Let this working magnify the embodied engagement of things as they are. Let this working magnify the embodied engagement of things as they are. Let all of this manifest perfectly in accordance with the divine plan, in the highest good of all involved, with harm to none. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Once from you, and so it is, 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 and so it is. We give great thanks to all of the guidance and guardianship that came through this space today. Guardians of the earth, air, fire, and water, all of the ancestors and energies of the land upon which we find ourselves, the spaces and ethers connecting us, the love within us, mother and father below us, mother and father above us, light in the heart, light in the heart, light in the heart. Deep breath in. And an Om. This ritual is complete. Okay. So the cool thing about this ritual, you guys, that just happened is that effectively, it's teaching us to trust in matter, to trust in things as they are, or to find out what to trust in matter, right? To not get so caught in our thoughts and feelings that we end up suspicious and aggressive and doubting and living in complete lack of balance with things as they are, with the circumstances around us. And so from what we can tell with this ritual, the idea of giving yourself what you need and giving someone else what they need is a magical exchange that affirms that we have everything available that we need to give to ourselves and to give to others. We just might need to be a little more selective about what we think we need, right? AKA being in our bodies, engaging things as they are, instead of feeling like we got to be on our one-track mind or going with or going with our momentum or deep in our feels or, looking at things as they are and deciding that they're shit. It's sort of like abundance, matter, material. It's all great stuff to play with and to enjoy and to luxuriate inside of, and to work with, right? To work with things as they are, as opposed to how we want them to be or how we'd like them to be or how we'd prefer them to be. That's like the beginning of mastery. Sorry for that lag in the middle. One-man band keeps trying to make sure that there's no technical difficulties, but we'll remember to charge up and plug in later. Follow @EdibleSpirit on Instagram, Facebook, and your other socials and sites and such. But in the meantime, go to ediblespirit.com/experience about, or find the link in the Instagram, or, DM us. info@ediblespirit.com, Mikey@ediblespirit.com. You can find us. It's the internet. It'll work. But know that we are here bringing you weekly readings, new moon, full moon streams, solstice, equinox experiences, channeling experiences, call-in experiences, random moments of connection, all sorts of exciting content, and looks, honey, looks. Thank you for being here. Let us know if you have any questions or comments. We love you so much. See you soon.